We'll begin our cover design by creating an offset plane on top of our Circuit Playground board and then creating a sketch on that plane. To do so, we'll go to Construct, down to Offset Plane, and we'll select the top of our Circuit Playground. We're going to offset this by 3 millimeters, so we'll just enter 3 and we'll see our plane will move up 3 millimeters, and we'll click OK. Next, we'll go to Sketch, Create Sketch, select that offset plane, so careful here that you select the right plane, and we'll begin sketching on that plane. We'll start with a center diameter circle, so we'll click C for circle, start at the origin. We're going to come out and reference the edge of our bottom portion of our case here. So let's go to a top view. We're going to snap right to that edge. You should see that diameter, which will be the same as 60.6 millimeters. And now we can click Stop Sketch. I'm going to bring that sketch back in view so I can see it, and I'm going to remove every other component and the bodies. And let's expand Sketch and remove all the sketches that we have on besides our current sketch. So what I'm going to do here is E for Extrude, select that circle, and let's extrude it down. We're going to have to bring bodies back on so we can see it. And in our dialog box, we're going to choose New Body under Operation. In our Extent, we're going to change that from Distance to To Object. And we're going to select the top surface of our bottom part here as our object. And we'll see that it'll extrude down. And we can click OK. So we'll minimize Sketch, and if we maximize bodies here, if we untoggle body 2, we should see our original body, and if we untoggle body 1, we should see our extruded cylinder. There is a problem, however. See how it gave us all these cutouts based off of that original body that we had. So let's fix that. We're going to double click on that last feature on our timeline. And on chain faces, we're going to switch that from chain faces to extend faces, and then click OK. Now when we go back and we remove body 2, or when we actually show body 2, it should be just a solid cylinder. So let's rename these so we don't get confused about what is what. Body 1 is going to be our bottom, so we'll click and then click again on that to be able to name it, and we'll call that bottom. And then we'll call body 2 our top. Now it just makes sense that the top should be on top and the bottom should be on the bottom. So we're just going to drag, left click, drag top so that we see this little line right above the bottom, and then release. So now we have our top portion and our bottom portion. Okay, so let's just bring in our top, and we're going to need to hollow this out or give it a shell. So we'll go to Modify, down to Shell, choose that bottom surface, and we're going to shell this 1.5 millimeters and hit Enter. Okay, now if we bring that bottom in view, we can take advantage of the section analysis tool here to see or create a cross section through this so we see what's going on in the middle here. So we'll go to Inspect, down to Section Analysis, and then we're going to have to choose where we want that cross section to go. So I'll bring my origin and I'll remove bodies for now, and I'll select this ZX plane here, click OK. And now if I bring back my bodies, I can remove origin, and I have that cross-sectional view of the inside. So I see my top and my bottom part of the enclosure, and let's give these different colors so we can easily distinguish between the two. So we'll get rid of analysis. And yeah, notice here on the left in our browser, when we create that sectional analysis, there's a new folder here that is analysis, and we can create different analysis. For example, if you wanted to make one perpendicular to this plane, you can do that, and you would just get another little subsection here that would say section 2, and you can rename these as well. Whenever you don't want to see that analysis, you just untoggle that light bulb and you'll remove that section analysis view. Okay, we're going to click A to bring our appearance box. We'll maximize it here. I'm going to expand this, and since we're going to print this in plastic, I'll just go to plastic. We'll go to opaque, scroll down, and I'll make the bottom part, let's go with a matte blue I'm just going to drag that in. See, let's remove that top, see how that looks. And since I want more of a lighter blue, I'm going to change that color. I can just go up here. You'll see all the colors we've used, or the different appearances will appear up here. So I'm going to double click on that, and I'm going to go for sort of a lighter blue. So I can just drag this button here. You know, I can move this slider here to give me the color I want, and then drag to get the more specific color, and then click done. Now I can remove bottom. Let's bring the top, and I'm gonna go with a matte gray there, and I'm gonna double click on it, say I want that just a little bit lighter of a gray, so I'll drag this up, and then I'll click done, and now I've got my bottom and my top here. And we can click close on the dialog box.